What's up, guys? This is PelicanMan here, bringing you another Modern League with my quest for the Holy Relic deck. So, last week we tried out our Blue Splash, which I was excited for, and it didn't quite work out. It was nice having the Fairy Imposters as extra copies of Glinthawk, like extra one-drop bounces, but it just doesn't feel needed. Before I went back to using only cards that I own in paper and on Magic Online, I was testing out, had good success with a Pure Steel Paladin list, running a few Colossus Hammers main, so we're going to try something like that again. Unfortunately, I only own one Colossus Hammer in paper, so we're going to be testing it as a one-off, along with a Sword of Fire and Ice and an Argentum Armor. I think my list had 3 hammers and no sword, but still Argentum Armor, I can't remember. And I think I only had like 2 Martyr Soul. We're testing 3 of them. We've got the Pure Steels, Quest as usual, Skyfisher, Glenhawk, Give Over Runes, Thraben Inspector, and all the artifacts, the Memnites, Ornithopters, and Gingerbrutes. The mana base, we've gone for 8 fetch, 5 basic, 2 Shockland in the Temple Gardens, 3 Horizon Canopies. I want to see if this is enough for our green splash, because yet again, I just kind of want to get an idea of whether Veil of Summer is good in the board or not as a 2 of. I also kind of just wanted to bring the Kasalis back in, give them another chance. We've got the one of Leyline, which maybe we don't need because of Veil of Summer. I haven't actually thought too hard about this. We've got 2 Canonists, 2 Containment Priests, 3 Path to Exile, which is a card I really missed last week. And then we've got a Sword of Light and Shadow and a Sword of Feast and Famine, which are the other 2 swords I own in paper other than Fire and Ice. So we're going to be testing both of those, and a Singleton Soul Guide land, which, now that I'm looking at the Veil of Summer and the Leyline, maybe I don't want the... No, the Leyline's also for our red matchups, because we don't actually have any, like, any Bone and Forge Tenders or Auriok Champions in this list, so I do actually want to keep that in, I believe. Yeah, the 3 paths feels right. Yeah, we're going to test this list. Let's get this into a league and see how we go. Alright, we found our first opponent. Let's get match number 1 underway. Hopefully we win the die roll. We have lost the die roll. Spoke too soon on that one. We can't keep this on a 7. We'll mulligan, see what we get. Ugh. Let's go to 5, I guess. Oh. I'm going to 4. This hand sucks. Yeah, we'll keep this. Don't need that. Don't believe I need an Ornithopter. God, I just don't need the Memnite either, I guess. Alright. Not the best start. Uh-oh. Okay. I was kind of worried our opponent was going to hand hate us there. What are you up to, opponent? What's going on? No! I just yielded through my own turn. And of course I turned it off just in time for my end step. I kind of just want to drop this league and start again. What a terrible start. What's my opponent doing? Eidolon of the Great Revel is their first play. Well, that's not great for us. Okay. Pure Steel Paladin's an interesting draw. God, do I want to play this Thraben Inspector? I kind of don't. Whatever. Well, my opponent appears to have no 1-drops. Or maybe they're not playing, like, a traditional burn deck. Okay, there's a Goblin Guide. Glinthawk. I'm just gonna block. I don't know. Just save some damage here, I guess. Now here's the Glinthawk. Kind of want to play Pure Steel Paladin and trade it. Yeah, I think at this point I'm happy to trade Pure Steel Paladin for Eidolon. Okay, sure. What do you got? Rift Bolt? Sure. My opponent doesn't seem to have a lot of things to do. I've got one card in hand and I'm going to be at 7. Although I have no life gain to speak of. Ugh. So if I cast 2 spells, I'm dead to a bolt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm just dead this game. Okay, to sideboarding. So I want the ley line. I think I have to bring in paths. I want to bring in sort of light and shadow. I just straight up don't think I need Argentum Armor in this matchup. Do I want path? Well, I think Thraben Inspector can come out. So yeah, I'll just bring in paths to deal with Eidolon. And I probably want Cassali's to deal with Eidolon too. I think I can trim some Pure Steels here. Yeah, that looks good. Love to play first. Okay, I can keep this one. This is going to be painful off this Horizon Canopy, but we've got a pretty okay quest start here otherwise. Just hope my opponent doesn't have a crazy explosive start. Okay, Swift Spear. Land. Ooh. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures in hand. I will not pay 2 life. Always yes, always yes, always yield. Pass to our opponent. I didn't shock for this because I'm not getting the quest off yet anyway with this hand, so I don't want to take the extra damage when I'm already taking damage here. And if I don't draw land next time, I can double Gingerbread. If I do, I can Gingerbread and Pure Steel. I'm not going to block because MM Knight has upside if I draw Glinthawk or Skyfisher. Ooh. So that's 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Oh, this Eidolon's going to be painful. Yeah, just kind of have to play into it. I'm just going to have to do some blocking. Eidolon's a wiener of a card to face in this matchup. Well, let's block the... No. Okay. Let's block the Eidolon. Yes, opponent. Nothing? Oh my god, that's so bad for us. Whoo, doggy. Okay. Something. Yeah, it's something. It's still gonna hit me though. So I guess my play is Skyfisher, bounce Memnite, play Memnite. Take 8? Yeah. Take 9, sorry, because I'm... Oh, man. Hello, opponent. The fact that it looks like the knight f6 here tells me they might have a burn spell too. Yeah, they're definitely just chilling back with something. Oh. They just need literally any instant speed spell here. Okay. Move to beginning of combat. Do they not have it? So if I get fire and ice, the Gingerbread's going to hit for 3, 5. It's going to be too short. But then they can't cast spells. Can I see the board? But then they have 3 lethal attackers, so I have to get light and shadow. And fire and ice. And even then I'm in a lot of trouble. Yeah. I should have got fire and ice first, but... I mean, if they have a burn spell, I'm dead, so it doesn't really matter. Why is my opponent just stopped here? If you have a bolt, just bolt. Okay. Are we going to damage? It worked? Okay. You'll get a Gingerbread back. And I'm gonna kill an Eidolon, I guess. Oh good, he Arid Mesa. Yeah. Okay. We lived. But if they have a Boros Charm, I'm dead. Or 2 burn spells. Nice. Okay, let's get to match number 2, I guess. Alright, we found our second opponent. Let's get match number 2 underway. Lost the die roll again. Awesome. Let's see if we can do better than mulling to 4, skipping our first turn, and then burning ourselves out against burn. Yeah, this hand will play. Go away. They kept 7 as well. Oh, they've got an Inquisition. Lovely. If they're smart, they'll take our quest. If they're not, they'll take Pure Steel Paladin. This might take a while for them to read quests and try and work out if it's a good card or not. I think the general rule of thumb is if you have to read a card, it's probably important in your opponent's deck because it's clearly not a modern staple, right? Like if you read Quest, this isn't just like a one of like that we're going to tutor for or something. This screams build around me. So if you were inquisitioning this hand and assessing it, you'd read Quest and go, this requires my opponent to cast 5 creatures to get off, so I would assume the deck is built around getting that to happen as soon as possible. It's not like, you're going to see the Skyfisher. It's like, well, that's a card I don't recognize, but it bounces a creature to hand. Like, that's clearly like serving a role in the deck, but it's serving a role for this card. It's like if you were to Thoughtseize me and you see Argentum Armor turn 1, you're not going to take it because, like, even if you're not aware of Argentum Armor, you're not aware of it because it's generally a bad card. Well, they're still trying to work out what the hell my hand's up to, I guess. And they take the Pure Steel Paladin, alright. Now, I am concerned about another hand hate spell, more so than a removal spell, so I am going to play out my Ornithopter. Just to make sure I get that counter on my quest for the Holy Relic. If they do nothing, I'll play the Skyfisher. Otherwise, I guess I play the Gingerbread and start getting in. I assume this is my opponent looking at what's just happened and realizing that quest might be more important than they gave it credit for. So the general rule, like, I would assume that means they don't have removal if they took my Pure Steel Paladin, because, like, as far as hand hate goes, looking at my hand, you would have to kind of assume that if quest is in any way important in my deck, then you want to get rid of it because it's the one drop, whereas Pure Steel you might draw another hand hate spell or draw a removal spell. Like, there's a lot more ways to answer a Pure Steel Paladin. I don't know what's going on over there with my opponent. Maybe they're kicking themselves because they've just realized what this card does. I don't know. Second quest. So I have Hammer, Argentum Armor, and Sword of Fire and Ice in my main. The Hammer and the Argentum Armor aren't great unless I have Pure Steel specifically, so I don't really care about getting the second one out there. But with that said, I can play it so that my opponent has removal for my Ornithopter and get punished by playing the Skyfisher. Let's play it out. This is mostly just to play around removal, like I said. Okay. Always yes. Okay. So, because my opponent's a black deck and has basically done nothing for 2 turns, I kind of like the idea of just playing a little slow. This is going to get better post-board once I have Light and Shadow and Feast and Famine in my deck. Okay, they've got a Fatal Push. So they probably... I don't know. I haven't encountered in Modern as much in the last year as I have previously playing this deck, but like if they were smart, in response to this cast, they would have Fatal Pushed this Ornithopter. Oh, great. Yep. This creature. So it didn't work out great for us. Oh my! You know what? I'm gonna play it anyway because why not? Play a quest. Play a Skyfisher. Yeah, we'll use that ability. Come on, this one. Cool. Do you have removal for this opponent? Otherwise he's going to kill your Lily. Do whatever you want, opponent. I'm basically up shit creek at this point. Yep. Get rid of this plains. Oh my god. Yeah, that one. So reversing Pox. Oh, that's a fucking great draw. Yep, let's go to game 2. We want this. We want these. We want these. We want... Maybe? No, probably not path. Maybe Soul Guide Lantern. Can I? Yeah, let's put you over here as a consideration, huh? So what's shit other than everything? I think we'll take out Colossus Hammer and rely more on Argentum Armor as our, like, stupid big payoff. I've got Lily. They might have the other Lily, which makes Memnites a little worse. Let's assume that's a thing that might happen. Maybe Gingerbread's not necessary. I've already taken out Memnites though. Kind of like Glinthawk. Maybe Skyfishes can come out. Because I definitely want Pure Steel in this kind of matchup. I could like trim one Martyr Soul for a Soul Guide, but it didn't look like it was good. And I'm like, if you watch my Sun and Moon videos, like in these kind of matchups, I'd bring in my Grave Hate just in case. But for Quest, I can't afford to give up slots like that. So, do I want? Yeah, I think I want Fire Ice to go with all these Pure Steels. Let's go with that. I would love to play first Leyline. We'll mulligan once, even though they're a hand hate deck. Awesome. They mulligan to... They don't mulligan, they just keep 7. Awesome. Oh, I nearly got myself there. I was just like ready to play out my Arid Baser. Alright, awesome. So I don't have anything to do with Quest Turn 1 anyway, so I'm just going to hold up Veil of Summer. The next one I'll play Quest into Thraben Inspector. Thraben Inspector. Inquisition. I'll show you where you can shove your Inquisition opponent. No, thank you. That just resolved so quick that it was kind of scary. Okay, let's just draw all our swords, I guess. Oh, this freaking Urborg, man. Well, at least it should give me a way to tap my Horizon Canopy without donking myself, so that's cool. Always yes, always yield. Let that resolve. And always yield. Ergo, opponent. So the worst they can do is hand me take one sword, and then I just play a land, play the other sword. And then... Well, I guess they can hand me twice. That's the worst thing they could do, I guess. Surely they take Famine, I guess? Ah, they're both pretty good. I think they're mono black, so... But Feast and Famine's surely the scariest sword because it's played in Modern. Whereas Light and Shadow is like the forgotten stepchild of the Sword of X and Y's. It's not, let's face it. Sword of Body and Mind exists, and now also Sword of Truth and Justice exists. I want my opponent to have thought that long about which sword to take, only to follow up with another hand hate spell. Do it, opponent. Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, I just got my Horizon Canopy. Pew! Yeah. I'm going to crack this now and hope that I draw something that I can cast. Yikers. Okay. So... we're going to discard this to a Raven's Crime if that's what they choose to do. And then we're going to try and cast this gentleman. Because I don't know why I just tapped out to crack that clue when I wanted a land. That was in my head. That was what I wanted. But I think there's still no advantage to doing that there, because now if they have a Thoughtseize or an Inquisition, they get to choose to take this. Okay. Discard the sword, because this pure steel is more important. You gonna Raven's Crime again, opponent? Because that would just be divine. Leave me with no cards in hand and a garbage board. With potential. Whenever you're ready, opponent. Oh. Oh my. Ratchet Bomb, huh? That's fucking awful for me. Oh my goodness. Let it resolve. Whenever you're ready, opponent. I even had the Veil of Summer. It just makes me real sad about the whole situation. Are they breaking it on one? I don't even know. Yeah, nice. Okay, so I need to draw... Fuck! Fuck! Oh my god. I'm so dead. Yield. Always. Okay. Always yield. Oh goody. I'm so fucking dead. Let's go to the next match. Alright. Nice one. Match number 3. Let's go. How could this happen to me? I've made my Oh, it looks like we found a opponent. Alright, let's let's get match number 3 underway. Hey, we won the die roll. And this hand's hot. Alright. Make sure we don't click the mulligan button, because that is totally a thing that could happen and would make me literally cry. Okay. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Let's go. Oh, that was... okay. No, opponent. Don't do it. Ah, it's fine. Maybe if my opponent's on the play, I should be bringing Leyline, and if I'm on the play, I should be bringing in Veil of Summer? Huh. Yeah, take fucking whatever. Like, take this idiot and I'll play these two. Take this thing and I'll play this one. Nice. Let's fucking get in. We're winning by so much. We don't want to draw land, so let's do this. It also costs us 1 less life, which is kind of cool. Let's play a Thraben Inspector. Let it resolve. Yield to it. Play a Glint Hawk. I would indeed like to return an artifact, and we'll play the artifact. Also not playing Temple Garden, hit that tiny little bit of information for our opponent. Got him. Now watch as they try and hand hate our Temple Garden. Oh yeah, come on. Oh yeah, you love to see it. Would you like a Temple Garden opponent? What else you got? Ah, niente. Oh, what have I got? About the same. Let's crack the clue. Draw a 1-drop creature or a 0-drop creature. That's a fucking plains. No, would not like to pay 2. Let's go to combat. Get in for 4. We've got our opponent on a clock technically. Oh. Oh yeah, they're junned. Yeah, that makes sense. Of course they're junned. Hand hate me, opponent. I've got 2 cards that you don't know about. Oh, that's probably killing a Memnite. Nice. My opponent's cold-blooded. And so is my fucking deck, apparently. What the shit? I'm going to keep this in case they play specifically Liliana of the Veil. Them and that. So you telling me I got to trade my Memnite for their Ren and 6? That doesn't seem right. Wouldn't you have just rather gotten a land back? Or is my clock that real? I'm real confused. Okay. I'm excited to see what this is, opponent. Oh, it's going to be a Blood Braid. Please tap out for a Blood Braid. Oh, Spyro, sure. Sure. I think leaving the fetch up was smarter, so you could have gotten green maybe even? No, you gotta have like Fatal Push or Bolt off this. That's way more important. You're right, opponent. Can I draw a creature, please? Hey, that's technically a creature. Let's go. Okay. So I'm going to get the Fire and Ice and I'm going to put it on Thraben Inspector. Because this means they can't block it. Ooh, they thinking they might have something here, but YOLO, we getting in. Because this is lethal. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God damn it. Alright. You have the Fatal Push, opponent. Proud of you. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Let's yield to return because we can't do anything. This is the Blood Braid Elf. Okay. So my opponent has nothing, hey? They're dead next turn, yeah. Sick. Alright. So my opponent's on the play, so I definitely want this. I think I probably want these anyway. Protects my stuff from Fatal Push. I want this, I want this, I want this. Probably. I don't think I want paths. And I kind of want paths. I don't think I can afford to run paths. Let's get some memes out of here for the Veils. Let's take out the hammer. Yeah, take out the hammer for the Soul Guide Lantern. Then what? I've got a Leyline and 2 swords. Is Martyr's Soul just the worst card here? It's probably like Skyfishes realistically. But I'm going to pretend it's Martyr's Soul. Yeah, like that's kind of doing stuff for our curve, I guess. Probably could have cut this sort of Fire and Ice, but I kind of like the idea of trying to do this shit against like Jund. So let's go. Probably could have brought in Casales as well as just like a Deist 2 mana creature. Yeah. Nah. Yeah. Nah. We'll mull. Yeah, we can keep this. So give me the option to keep it, please. So they've also mulliganed to 6. We will keep. We will bottom a quest. If they hand out my quest, it's kind of whatever. Ooh, they did not. Okay. Probably should have played the Arid Mesa, but I don't give a damn. Pass back. What you got, opponent? This is going to be like a Ren 6. I should have sideboarded in a way that took them to. I took out 2 Memnites. Let's say that was my intelligent sideboarding because of knowing about Ren and 6. This looks like a Ren and 6. It's a squeeze. Okay. Right on fucking time. Alright. Let's play the Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, take that away. Let's play a Jingle Brute. Yes, and yield. Let's pass the turn. We ain't attacking because they have a 2-2 and we have a 1-1. I suppose I could have made Gingerbread unblockable. Okay. I'm not going to yield because I can exile an entire graveyard. Because I'm a powerful magician. Is this going to be something that kills my Gingerbread? Go on. Coward. Well, you're going to take my Sword of Feast and Famine, so I guess you're doing that, huh? Okay. You got it. What do you got, like another Scoos? A Tarmogoyf? Collective Brutality. It's not very nice. Okay, it's not the worst draw. It's close. It's not the worst draw. I think... Oh. Yeah, they're going to make me sacrifice my Pure Steel. Okay. In their end step, I am going to draw a card, even though they have Scoos. I just need to do a thing here. So let's try and do a thing. Gonna eat something? Yeah, that's fine. Whatever, Scavenging Ooze. Can I afford to shock in a Temple Garden? It's only Veil of Summer that I've got, so I'm not gonna bother. Let's draw a card. Hey, that's a card that we drew. The fuck, man. Alright, play the Memnite. So we didn't play a land because if I draw another... yeah, okay. We'll get a land. If I draw another... I was going to say, if I draw another land, I'm kind of just going to jam this. Far out, opponent. Cool your jets. Yeah, so I'm just going to play this Leyline next turn, I guess. So our out here is we play this Leyline, right? Our opponent ultimates their Lily, and then they have to target themselves. I don't think that actually does anything because they can just choose the piles correctly. I don't know. Our plan here is to draw that one card we have that's good by itself. Which is Well, there's none, but we only die next turn, so you know we've got some time. Fuck it. All right, opponent, chill out. You can't ultimate me anyway. Yeah, okay. Let's try that again, I guess. Veil Summers just aren't crazy impressive. These are just better than some Skyfishes, I guess. Shit, I don't know. Maybe they're not. Flying is cool. Let's just... whatever. Well, let's go. On the play. Good hand. Fucking not good enough, though. We need a quest. Mulligan. Leyliner quest. Fuck me. Okay, let's go to 5. For 5, it doesn't totally suck. They mulligan to 6. Do they want to come to 5 with us? No, they kept 6. We're going to keep 5 of these. I think I got to put back the sword. And the fucking pure steel, maybe? No, I'm going to put a land away. Let's put the Arid Mesa away. As dumb as this sounds, I'm just going to hope I get to Veil of Summer. They're like Thoughtseize on turn 1 or some shit. And then I get to draw a card so I can dig for a land. God, that sounds like a really bad fucking plan, doesn't it? Hey, we're so smart. Turns out my deck's smarter, because my deck's a smart ass. Oh, fuck me, I guess. I'm gonna put a land on the bottom. Like, you're a one-of because I specifically never want to fucking draw you. You're opening hand or bust. Whatever. Jingle Brute. Blammo. Can I please draw a land next turn? Oh, that's fine, opponent. I don't even give a turkey. Fatal push to your heart's content. Land. Fuck off. Just give me a land. That's fine, opponent. Keep fatal pushing everything. I don't give a damn. Just don't hand hate me, please. What you doing? Time ago, sure. He's a something something. Why is it blue? Were they just like, hey, fuck anyone who wants to read this shit ever? Whatever. Throw Inspector. Well, hey. Yield. Now let's slowly pass through and hold up this Veil of Summer, I guess. God, that's obnoxious. Oh no. Please don't downtick on me. Fucking do it, you coward. Well, hey. You can't target me, bro. You can't do it. Yeah, you got it, opponent. If I draw a land... If I could draw a land, we're golden. I don't believe that's a land. Just throwing that out there. I can crack a clue, and that does dick all for me. Yeah, we can just play a pure steel paladin, I guess. Man, these horizon canopies are not ideal. Well, hey, nice lily, idiot. Yeah, I guess I'm chump blocking with my pure steel paladin here. Did they not bleed me for 2? I'd be dead if they bled me for 2. What is going on? Am I dead? You killing me, bro? You bolting me? Oh, you fuck. Fuck you. Nah, fuck you. Oh, they killed me. Alright, match number 4, I guess. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places. Yes. Let's go. Fuck you. Gigantha. Gigantha. That means that they're either Tron or they're potentially the Niv Mizzet deck. Well, this hand sucks ass against Tron and probably against the Niv Mizzet deck. But can I mull to 5? So if I get like quest, land quest, 5 Memnites. No, that's not how that works. Yeah. Yeah. To 5. I'm keeping. We'll bottom the 2 drops, I guess. Done. That one, that one. That one. Okay. Yep. That one. And we'll do a clock. Replay the memo note. So we have a clock. What the fuck? What? Okay. Go on, block my memo note. I will combat trick the hell out of you. Well, they saw the line. Alright. This one. Yield. This one. Yep, that one. This one. Pass turn. So they're not Tron. They also can't spell rubber ducky by the look of it. So that's potentially good for us. Lotus Cobra. Oh no. So is this just an Omnath nonsense deck? Hmm. Oh, great. Uwu. Exactly what I wanted to see. Oh, this stinks. Alright. What? What is this deck? What is your endgame opponent? What are you up to? Yeah, cool, man. Oh, you saw my planes. Look out. Kind of want to crack a clue. Let's crack a clue. Let's see what we draw. I've already played a land. Okay. To combat. To combat. Excuse me, opponent. I said to combat. You've got a Springleaf drum. What are you gonna do? Play me the song of your people? Yeah. Bam. Clock achieved. So what, they Omnath now? And they play a land and then I die somehow? Kinnan. Man, my opponent's doing something, that's for sure. I've only got one card left in hand and they've got like a bunch of garbage in play. Okay. Oh, piss off. Wait, they're selling another card to get Uro back. Do you have no cards left? What am I missing? Oh, that's fucked. Yeah, honk honk. I get it. Oh, man. That's fucked. The first one's gain 4, is it? That's so fucked. Whatever. Let's go to game 2. Fucking Omnath. Alright. This to deal with the Uro. I suppose this to stop that Kinnan bullshit. Path to deal with the fucking Omnath. Well, I don't know. Any of the swords are good. I don't know if I'm good at words either. Canonist's probably good. So let's cut the pure steels. Because we gotta go fast. Let's cut the hammer? No, let's cut the sword of fire. I don't even want to bring a sword in, to be honest. But the goose might be loose. This will protect me from their creatures, so I suppose that gives us unblockability. Maybe I don't want path. I don't want Thraben Inspector. Huh. Yeah, it's pretty okay. Let's go with that. Yes. Okay, thank you. Just show me a dope quest hand. Let's see. Yeah, that counts, I guess. Let's get a planes, play a quest. Pass the turn. Next time we're going to quest and Gingerbread. Then after we're going to Glenhawk and something. Ooh. I don't hate drawing more lands. Always yes, always yes, always yield. Get in. Two, three, four. So next time we get to get both of our quests up to 4. So if we draw a 0-drop exactly, we get to go off. What do you got, opponent? No, please. No, please. That was fucking rude. I asked nicely. 0-drop. Okay. Gingerbread. Yeah, let's attack first. Let me attack, you dongus. Do you want to trade with this Gingerbread next turn, opponent? Why are you not F6? What are you up to? Yes. This one. I would like to cast this, thank you. I'm actually going to hold that so the Ren 6 can't trade with it, but I don't care. I think I'm fine if they want to trade this Ren 6 with this Gingerbread. Because then this Glenhawk's getting frisky. Okay. Unless they have a follow-up Ren 6, and they're going to downtick that one to kill my Gingerbread. Oh no. Oh, it's only cannon. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. The deck's kind of hot. But I mean, this card and this card are also just really fucking stupid. This card was just waiting to be broken. Emery was always kind of broken, and this is just a good card. I like that card. Hello. Hello. So what did I keep in? Feast and Famine? I just have to hope they don't I just have to assume they can't have removal, right? Excuse me. Martyr's Soul. The mana's literally their game. Use it. Okay. Attack you. Attack your Renin 6. Kill Kinnan. Because he was rude to me last game. Okay. They have declared no blockers. So I will get this big mallet and put it on my gingerbread man. Yay! Alright, that was slightly cooler than previously. Let's run it back. Let's see if they want to give us the play. Come on. They do not. Ah, this hand is slow, but it has a canonist. So I'll keep. 4 lands is too much. I probably shouldn't have kept this. I'm just hoping this is good. Yeah, fuck you, Mishra's Bauble. Who'd they target? Themselves, okay. Glinthawk, hey? Let's get Gingerbrute poppin'. So this is probably going to be Lotus Cobra coming down. Fuck off, Ren and 6, you big nerd. Well, this canonist is coming down too late. I think I'm still going for it. So they can play Omnath this time. I think this deck is just like optimized to playing Omnath on turn 3. Which really sucks. For me, it's great for them. I'm sure my opponent's having a wonderful time. Well, they're doing something. Uwu, okay. And my turn, because you can't do anything else. I'm playing out the Rising Canopy. Yep, let's go to combat. I would like to go to combat, please. Fuck your antics, I don't care about it. I want blood. Not sap. Ornithopter. Glinthawk. Yes. Bounce Ornithopter. Cast Ornithopter. And pass. So we're going to path if they do anything that makes me want to path, or I'm going to crack this canopy and draw a card. That's your one spell for the turn, opponent. That's a kind of sucky one spell, opponent. You have an artifact? Okay, a drum, sure. Do you have another artifact? Just getting some F6 value or something? Okay. Let's draw a card. Ooh, that's a good one. Get out of my turn, you cuck. Come on. Ooh. Very interesting. Let's go to combat. Let's see if they'll let us kill their wren. Or if their goose wants to be a hero. Yeah, wants to be a hero. Alright. Let's play a canopy again. Let's play a Soul Guide Lantern. I would like your Uru to not be in the graveyard. And I'll play my Glinthawk. I'm just gonna do this again later, I think. It's funny because my opponent's name is literally Rubber D. Cucky. You're activating this stupid ability, aren't you? So they've got. So they can't actually activate this, right? Eat shit. Aren't you glad you got 6 mana in pool, opponent? That seems real funky fresh, right? Cool. What are you doing with all that mana, huh? Nothing? Nice. Just nomming on some food, huh? Okay. What do we got? Right on time. Alright. Draw a card. Yeah, let's... Do I want to get the Soul Guide land out? I don't think I do. Attack you for 6. This is a 3-turn clock. Sucks that I can't play Giver of Runes, but I think I was happy getting the quest down first. Who's this? An Omnath? Oh, sod off. Now they get to gain 4 life and fucking do what else? Get a dickload of mana they can't use. God, 16? I was trying to whittle you down. Always yes, always yield. Let's go to combat. Let's try and kill this Ren 6 again, because you can't fly, right? Yeah, nice. Let's take away your ability to get landfall every turn for free. I'm going to play the Soul Guide land just because I want to be able to draw a card off it, I think. And take away the Miniatures Bauble because I know about Emery and I don't know about anything that can get back their Ren and 6. Okay. God, that's obnoxious. What you doing, opponent? Nothing, that's cool. What are you doing? Oh, I knew I'd get punished for it as soon as I yielded. Oh no. This is the worst timeline. You know, these should be global. You shouldn't be able to activate your artifacts when I can activate mine. That's just dumb. What, does can't have fancy ass fucking magnets or some shit? No, he's just a big idiot. Well, I'm still gonna thin out my deck, I guess. Oh, goody. And now this card's just gonna be a big... I can't even draw equipment here. You know what, let's... This one's done as well. Let's go to... Do we still have a match 5? We probably still have a match 5. Yep. Coming right up for you. You know, boring people often say that the definition of insanity is something results. And our results have been poor. Okay, we're versing Allura something. Our 7 sucked. Our 6 is literally unplayable. And our 5 is garbage. But we'll keep it, I guess. So we're on the play. Our opponent mulliganed to 6 also. But they did not mulligan to 5 because they're a coward. I think I'm just going to... Yeah, bottom this guy, I guess. Let's just do some things. Hello. Yeah, read my card. Enjoy it. It's one of my favorites. Glennock probably actually is one of my favorite Magic cards of all time. Even though he kind of sucks now. The 1 mana 2/2 fly just doesn't cut it anymore. I'll get there playing black. You gonna hand hate me, opponent? No, you're not, because you're a coward. Well, now I want the Memnite in play. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. It's just worth so many counters on a quest if I draw a quest. But if I draw a quest, then I'm... You are no fun, opponent. This deck mulligans very poorly. I think I want to... You know what? I'll save it as a surprise in the post league wrap up. So if anyone's stuck around this fucking long for some reason, there's something to look forward to. Doodle crab. Okay, let's play a Throwbit Inspector to build up our clock. I guess this means the mill, which I guess is really good for us. Because I don't know. Cool. Yeah, you got it. There's no trick, opponent. I just want to get one damage in, alright? Cut me a break. You got it. Guess what? Field of Ruin can't target basic planes. Got him. The shit was that? The mill 8? Yeah, nice one. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to cast this Memnite because I want to. Attack. I mean, this is technically a clock, so dealing 3 a turn. Their mill plan looks to not be doing anything right now. Fatal Push. Kill the Ginger Brute? That's rude. Yeah, you got it. I'll mill 3. Well, that's cool. Martyr's Soul. I should have played that as a... Nah, that doesn't matter. It probably matters. I should have played it as a 5-4. There's a difference between getting in for 1 damage this turn and not. And I think not was fine. I just didn't use my brain. I think I'm kind of fried now. I keep hearing this like circus music in my head. Well, at least our opponent's doing dick all as well. Oh, that's something. That's a really good mill card right now. Well, they've apparently got 2 more spells in their hand. Oh my god. Always yield. Bang, bang, bang. Ah, what am I doing? Cast this. Tap this, tap this, tap this. Oh, because I could have done this last turn, you doingus. Can't be blocked. I don't think that was worth milling 2 over. But, you know what? It's my party. And I'll make stupid choices if I want to. You want to block my Martyr's Soul? Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, another funkin' crab. Oh, I'm super dead, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I just shouldn't be attacking with everyone anymore. Hello, opponent. What is this? What is a... Okay. What is a... Okay. Okay. Did you really play that after playing all your lands? That doesn't seem right. Got it. Okay, sideboarding. This thing's cool. These are probably cool. These are cool. Uh, yeah, I think I want those. And I don't really want more equipment. Kind of just like the three I've got. Gotta cut 7 cards. Well, let's assume Pure Steel sucks. Thraben Inspectors suck? Yeah. Let's cut 2 and a Martyr's Soul. Yeah. Let's go with that. I would love to play first. Good hand. Come on. Come on, you've been a prick to me all week. Give me something. Hello. Yeah, that'll fly. Hello. Hello. Hello, opponent. Oh, you still making mulligan decisions? Come on. Keep 7. Nice. Get out of my upkeep. Thanks. Let's just do this now and see if they've got archive traps. They do not. Or if they do, they're real bad at them. What is this? Crab? Crab? Crab. Giver's cool. Always yes, always yield. Okay. Cast this. Okay. Always yield. Yield through turn. So if I draw a 0-drop, I'm Gucci next turn. Let's keep an eye on this because I need to be aware of any equipment that decides to abandon me. What the fuck? Suck my asshole, opponent. That is stupid. That is... You little punk. And now I gotta set up this shit again. You're a butthole, opponent. It's just not very nice at all. Such a dumb card. Why is that in your sideboard? Who hurt you? I am not going to yield through any turns while I have Giver of Runes available. What's up, opponent? You just hanging out, alright? That's shit. Something. That is not something. Okay. Come back. Okay. You got an archive trap opponent? Sure. Okay, my hammer's gone. My sword is in my hand, and our gentleman is still in the deck. Cool. That one. You got a fatal push? Yeah, you're a bastard, aren't you? Why did I not activate Giver Runes there? Probably because I'm an idiot. The Enchanted Bomb is still in my deck. Fuck is this? Go away. Okay, you want to kill the Glenhawk, I get it. Well, at least you have to waste 2 kill spells for that. Gingerbread will do. Bueno. We will attack. We will kill your blocker. Okay. Don't know what you're doing, but okay. Okay. I think I have to... I have no fetchables left. Well, that's irrelevant. Okay. Would have been nice to play my sword as well, but I guess they milled all my shit. Come on. Fuck off. They've got so many removal spells. Okay. I'm assuming they're out of shit now. Well, they're dead next turn. That doesn't save you. Awesome. So, game 3. Do I want a Pro Black Sword? Not really. No, I don't think we do. Leyline. Leyline and Quest. Let's see it. We are going to Mulligan. God damn it. Alright, I'm keeping this, but I'm not like happy about it. Let's put a Memnite on the bottom or a Gingerbread. Let's put a Gingerbread on the bottom. Crab, sure. Gingerbread. Memnite. Memnite. No. Why is this always so close to the top of my deck when I sideboard it in? Why am I drawing all my lands? And they milled my other Temple Garden? You're a bastard opponent. Yeah, we'll play Kasali Pride Mage. What you doing? Sure. Still gonna attack you with these three. Which was always the plan. Got him. Put Lurus in their hand? Okie dokie. Think that's good for me. Fuck off lands. Spell. Well, it's technically a fucking spell, isn't it? After I deploy all of my creatures, we find the quest. Well, they haven't milled any of my equipment yet. Oh, I lie. There's our Gentleman armor. Still just our Gentleman armor. Lurus, okay. He's on blocking duty by the look of it. Okay. Let's draw another card. Nice. Nice. I just can't draw any relevant spells. How many planes have they hit? 1, 2, so I should still have 2 left in deck. So I want to draw exactly Glenhawk here. This is real not cool deck. This is the, like, fucking selling point of playing Mill right here. It's like, hey, sometimes you'll hit all your opponent's relevant cards, then I get to play the fucking game. At least I've still got 2 equipment in my deck. Oh, Drown the Lock. That's real cool of your opponent. Yeah. Oh, there's my sword. So I've just got that 1 card left. Okay, Martyr Soul plays. Can't even play it as a 5/4? Are you kidding me? Pay that. Pay there, pay there. Here's Martyr Soul. Let's make you unblockable. Let's attack. Okay. What do you got? Nice one. You draw crap? Sure. Is this field everyone going to get frisky? Oh my god, opponent. Chill out with the ancestrals already. Come on, field of ruin me, you coward. Yep. That one. Please leave my hammer in the deck. Please leave my hammer in the deck. Please leave my hammer in the deck. My hammer is still in the deck. Fuck me. Alright. Come on. Is my hammer really in the deck still? Okay. Fuck me. Alright. Wrap up. Coming up. Well, to put it lightly, that sucked ass. So... yeah, we had a lot of... I don't know. Some bad draws, some misplays, a little bit of everything. I think overall I was not happy with these, and we'll be adding the Stone Forges back and testing that out. This one of Hammer will also probably be leaving the deck because the Pure Steels are leaving. The Veils didn't even feel impressive, neither did the Kasalis. I think I'm better off with like Fragmentize or Disenchant here. I think next week we'll probably be coming back with the mono white list again with Stoneforge. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do, whatever you don't want to do. Entirely up to you. As always, I just appreciate the views. And until next time, bye-zy.